Whoa! Y'all make some noise, man. We got my boy Josh Drake, aka Switch Alert, in the building. Let's
Boy,
get
you
it.
know.
Yeah, we in the studio, man. So you already know we got the full setup. And hold on one second. There we go. It's just gonna be me and you on this one. My boy,
Man,
how you
let's get it.
doing? How
What's
are you?
happening? Man, I'm good, baby. How you feel?
I feel good, man. Blessed and highly
Yeah.
favored. Y'all know the motto. Y'all
Yeah.
know the motto. Blessed and highly favored every day.
Bro, can I
You know what I mean? Just speaking things to
look?
existence, man. I see you doing the same thing, man. I see
Yeah.
the work, the grind, man. It's
Yeah.
just, it looks good, man. I see the crowd you bringing out there, the excitement on their faces, man. Like I said, this the ones and twos.
Man.
We got my boy Switchler, aka Josh Drake. No, I'm not talking about Drake and Josh. Flip it around. We talking about the real deal.
Right.
Y'all need to tap in with this guy. No pun intended. Tap in Tuesdays tomorrow. But bro, this guy is grinding right here. So man, let's just get off to it, man. So where are you from, man? Let me know about yourself. Where you from?
Man, I don't know how y'all reading this on y'all side, but I'm from Greedy Grove, Texas,
Okay.
man. Pleasant Grove, Texas, man. Greedy Grove one time. Been out, shit, grew up there all my life, bro. You know, my family's originally from Jackson and Camp, Mississippi. So I was I was the last of us that were born here, whatever. So man, it's just it was look where I'm from. If you make it to 25, you an OG. You get to 30, you a triple OG. That's how we rock it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
the Grove.
man.
So I'm 37. So I'm somebody's grandfather
Oh,
now.
okay. Somebody's grandfather. Somebody's grandfather. Look, but he looking like somebody's nephew, though. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Child,
man, I appreciate it, man. Just like that.
So, all right.
Just like that.
I didn't know you're from there. Okay, that's what's up. So you've been here. You've been around here like most of your life, pretty much, or?
Oh yeah, I've been here all my life, man. That's all I know, man. Dallas is all I know. I'm planning on down here too, so you know what I'm saying. If anything, once this comedy thing really, you know, take off and soar, I'm always, you know, so I'm always come back to Dallas, man. Try to get a few houses out here. You know, so basically around that, you know, LA, you know, Atlanta, shit like that. But I'm down here, bro. If something happened to me anywhere else, look, bring my body back to Dallas, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The triple D. It's funny that you
up.
say that if something happens, you know, because you got the LA hat on. I was thinking, is he from LA? Because comedy, entertainment, you know, that's still the mecca today.
Yeah.
Even though they say Dallas might be the new mecca in the next 10 years. So that's some interesting stuff right there. So who would have thought that Dallas would be a new hub for major entertainment, because they're all coming over here now. So what made you want to get into comedy, man? When every time you hit the stage, man, bro, in a hookah lounge.
Yeah.
First of all, let me tell this, bro. I never thought that you could bro, this is how you know you got real talent. When you can literally just, you know how they say in the church, like, you can have church anywhere, you can have comedy anywhere with this guy, bro. We in a hookah lounge. And I feel like in my head that I'm at Madison Square Garden or something, man. Like, you just kind of flip it. I'm like, bro, how'd you get started in the comedy, man? Because you hella good at it, bro. Like,
man, I appreciate that, bro, and much respect to you, man. Thank you so much for having me on the 1's and 2's, man. I know this is you know, our first time really getting a chance to kind of really chop it up, because I know we see each other in passing all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I see what your work ethic, bro, and I see how hard you mash and you grind and stuff like that, bro. So I definitely want to shout you out.
Appreciate it. You know we all
really
about that.
Seriously.
Yes, sir.
What those coins, nigga? This nigga here, bro. I'm down.
Every single one of them, I'm gonna collect. You already know.
Straight up. But yeah, no, man. My story's pretty. It may be unique for some people, man, but it also may be pretty simple for some people as well. So, man, I'm the youngest of 3 boys, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I was tormented, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, growing up and made, like, talked about just not only at home for my brothers being, you know, older brothers and whatever that looks like, but also at school, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I was bullied. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and third. Family, I call ourselves, we was upper lower middle class, because although we lived in a house, you know what I'm saying, we still was like, you know what I'm saying, like, on the side, we couldn't get everything we wanted, how we wanted to, or whatever case be, like our friends got, stuff like that, whatever. and they may have stayed in apartments or whatever the case may be. But you know what I'm saying, we was definitely bullied, whatever the case, and I had to learn very, very early that I'm gonna either get bullied out of my life, bro, or I'm gonna go down just with these hands during this whole adolescent year. You know what I'm saying, like elementary, middle school, high school. So, and what I realized is that my oldest brother, man, his name's Aaron. He's hilarious, man. He's 10 times funnier than I am. But once I saw his personality and how much he was able to make people laugh, I was like, hey, because he was bullied as well. And once he was started making people laugh, people stopped bullying him because he could make people laugh and he could throw them hands. So I was like, well, I got to take that same approach. You know what I mean? It's like, you niggas just not going to be out here just taking shots at me, whatever the case may be. So the long short is that, man, I started, you know what I'm saying, trying to develop some type of personality around being able to make people laugh. I watch, you know, shows like Martin, shows like In Living Color.
One of my faves.
You know, Rock, and just watching all these different sitcoms and figuring out how these punchlines work. And when you say this way, it make people react this way. You know, trying to figure out the science behind making people laugh, bro. And I took it very, very seriously. So once I got to school, bro, I start, you know, start displaying and start, you know, trying out some of these different techniques, bro. And sure enough, you know what I'm saying, the bullying stopped. I had to, you know, put my hands on a couple of niggas or whatever it can be. But at the same time, same niggas that didn't like me, bro, I always thought I was funny. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and even to this day,
that's how it goes.
you know what I'm saying? A dude I went to school with. Yeah, bro, a dude I went to school with, he told me that. He was like, bro, I'll be honest with you, bro. I did not like you, bro, in high school, bro. But you was always funny, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, we dapped up, we grown now, shit, so we dapped it up, whatever. I was like, bro, that's crazy that you say that, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's kind of where that started in elementary, man. And I always won all the class clowns, you know, all that type of stuff. But yeah, man, that was the story of my how I got into
it's funny
comedy.
because the bullying, the torment, all that. You know, I heard an interview with Cat. It was either Cat Williams or one day it was one of those guys, either Cat Williams or man. See, I'm bad at names. Y'all know me, but what they said is that a lot of comedy, some of the best comedy in the world, comes from the darkest places of the soul. And you'd be surprised that when they get off stage, when you sit down with them in a room one-on-one and there's nobody else around when the cameras are off, it's like you could kind of, some people kind of display that pain. It's almost like they flip a switch on, and when they get on stage, it's like now they kind of reflecting back all that pain into humor. And it's funny because it's like comedians, man. Really, y'all gotta, I mean, look, if y'all read the jokes without listening to them saying them, some of these jokes be dark as hell, bro. I'm just saying, like, it's like,
bro, that's so funny that you say that, cause I got a joke, bro, that I do, and it's kind of dark. And I told this to a friend of mine. I was like, you know what? When I get off stage, like, what I realize is that I don't like really talking to people like that, like sitting down having like lengthy conversations and shit, like just people trying to get to know me and shit. Like, bro, wait till I get on stage, bro. You'll get to know me on stage, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like I feel like I'm an introvert and an extrovert. If that makes any sense.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I love people. You know what I'm saying? I love the energy of people. I feed off the energy of people. But at the same time, it's like, man, don't leave me alone. Like I don't want to go to no dinner parties. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, come to no real big social networking events and stuff like that. Like I'm past all that. Like I like my space. I like my quiet time. Like leave me alone, bro. It's like it's so crazy. But I got a joke where I'm like, when you saying something about like dark, comedy being dark, bro, I got a joke to where I'm like, have you ever went to court for something minor and got sentenced to something major? And the joke is like, you know, Mr. Drake, for these infractions, we the courts in the state of Texas sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, Judge, life in prison? Now, this is a speeding ticket. And he looks at the doctor like, oh, okay. Carol, you gave me the wrong docket again. I'm so sorry about that, Mr. Drake. I'm just so used to sentencing you guys to the max. You know what I'm saying? You see how dark I was like, oh, okay. Well, we do. Look, then I flip it on as far as the joke. I say, Well, which is great. We do send you to fine, a $500 fine plus court costs and 400 hours of community service. Wait a minute, 400 hours? Okay, fuck it. Just give me the life. I take the life. Give me the life. You said life in prison, right? Yeah, I take that. Look, so it just goes to show, like growing up in those type of environments, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can do one or two things. You know what I'm saying? It can make you, it can break you, or you know what I'm saying? You just have to. You're still trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those three. You know what I mean? So it's you know, it was always one of those.
I definitely understand because I could kind of relate. Growing up, you know, I was always, and you know, I got to shout the Nitty Gritty podcast. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Every Thursday we shoot, Monday night, every Monday night, 7 p.m. New episodes dropping, Today, me and my boy Loco, shouts out to the team, Nitty Gritty Podcast. But on the podcast, I mentioned something about that growing up, being bullied and stuff like that. And bro, everybody thought, you know, Kane, he's the Oreo. And I was like, what y'all mean Oreo? You know, black on the outside, white on the inside. And I was like, all right, I never really got that. Like it never really made sense to me because growing up, you know, I didn't play like basketball. I played tennis, you know what I'm saying? And the only reason why I played tennis is because I like Serena Williams and she had a dope ass commercial and I thought it was cool. So I used to play racquetball. I was like, all right, what's the next step to racquetball? Tennis. So I stuck to that. And I wanted to play basketball, but I didn't have time on my time sheet because I was in marching band and I used to practice at the same time. Okay. So I was like, shit, all right, I'm already doing tennis. Let me do marching band. So everybody used to always call me Oreo, even the white kids. It's like, this made no sense because, bro, I'm out here making beats, rapping at the lunch table. What the hell y'all talking about, bro? Y'all just doing the most, bro. Right. But from that, you know, I got deeper into music. Some of my lyrics were a little, you know, risque, but it definitely sparked a lot of my creativity. So, and speaking of creativity, man, when it comes to jokes, I mean, we as musicians, all my DJ friends watch this recording on Spotify, if you listen on SoundCloud, YouTube, we know that when we get in the studio, we have our equipment. We got the buttons, we got the knobs, we got the screen. But when it comes to comedians, it's like a pen and paper. You know what I'm saying? I guess you guys type it out. So, I mean, when I see that, it's like, how do y'all write that down? Like, how do you write your jokes down? Because I feel as musicians, we have so many tools. But I see as comedians, it's just like the word and the pad. So how do you like translate your thoughts, you know, or do you freestyle? I don't even know. Do you freestyle your jokes or?
Yeah, so I think what a lot of comedians, they do a little bit of both, actually. Yeah, and I mean, I think we all do a little bit of both. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you just have to play off, you know, the situation that you're in as far as the ad-libbing. Or the improv, you know what I'm saying, on stage. But at the same time, as far as to more specifically to answer your question, you absolutely, as a comedian, you have to capture that joke ideal once you think of it. You know what I mean? You got to have it recorded on your phone, you know what I'm saying? You got to write it down real quick because once it's gone, if it's not something where you hurt laughing, like, damn, that's funny. I need to write that down. You're going to forget it. Like, guaranteed you're gonna forget it. And then it's been so many jokes, bro. It's been so many jokes that I've forgotten and I've been pissed off about it, bro. Like seriously. So I had to discipline myself. You know what I mean? Discipline. And I know it's the same thing with producers as well or songwriters. You know what I mean? You got a hook in your head, you hear something just off the blue, you gotta okay.
I get that voice
so
out.
You want to get that down.
I beatbox into the app and then I save it real quick.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty much the same as far as the method to the madness. I think with all genres, like, you know, with producers, writers, rappers, comedians, we have to capture that moment right then, and then we can go back and develop it later. You know what I mean? So
that's my question. So you that creativity comes out and it's out of your mind, out of your conscious. But have you ever had somebody to steal your joke, bro? Like all that thinking you had, you laid it out, had the crowd dying, and then like maybe a couple weeks later, you hear somebody else either reiterate your joke in a different way, or they just stole your shit and then give you no problem.
Yeah, no,
because I know that happens a lot in the creative game.
Yeah, no, and that's a huge, and seriously, bro, in comedy, bro, that's an absolute, that's the worst, like that's the easiest way to make enemies,
Yeah.
bro. Or that's the easiest way to have people look at you sideways, because that's the ultimate level of disrespect. I would rather us get into it over some money and actually fist fight than you steal my jokes on stage. You know what I'm saying? Because your jokes is your identity. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Pharrell. You know a Pharrell beat when you hear it. That's his identity. You know a Timbaland beat when you hear a Timbaland beat. That's his. You probably didn't even heard the song before. Oh, that's Timbo. Oh, Timbo on that. You know what I mean? So with the jokes, it's no different than that. The delivery of, like, if I heard somebody deliver my bluka 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 blah 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 skirt joke, bro,
it's on site.
It's on, bro. It gotta be, because it's like, bro, it's like fuck what you talking about. I'm doing this. Yeah, and they laughed, bro. So and you know what I'm saying? Like it's niggas, comedians all across the nation that steal people jokes, bro. And like niggas don't get no credit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And we as comedians, we have to hold people accountable to that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, you know you just did such and such a joke, right? You know what I mean? And it can't. There's no way to get around it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if they acknowledge that they did it, that's fucked up. If they acknowledge that they didn't do it, that's still fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I'm telling you, you just did this man's joke, bro. Like, yeah. So that's an absolute one way to get vanished, bro. Yeah, you can't do that. That's
let me tell you, in the DJ game, I'm about to sit with you in a minute, man. I got my crown in the kitchen over here. You know what I'm saying? I see my boy over there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Fight him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, make sure that if you guys are listening right now, this is the 1's and 2's. I got my boy Switch Alert, aka Josh Drake. No. I'm not talking about the TV show. I'm talking about the real deal in the building, the comedian, the man of steel on the steel mic, who gonna steal your chick with these jokes. Baby, you gotta check out my boy Switch Alert, man. Every Tuesday, tap in Tuesdays. Any guy shows coming up, follow my boy right now. I'm gonna put all of his information in the description below. This is the 1's and 2's. So check this out, man.
Yes, sir.
DJs, we do that shit all the time, bro. When we talk about stealing shit, I can't tell you how, and I'm not trying to sound like, like I'm DJ Khaled in this mug, but it's like, I've heard so many DJs steal other DJ shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a community we have, like the Serato community, Newmark, all these DJ communities, and you have top-notch DJs doing mixes and whatnot. You see a premiere mix posted on a Monday. That following Friday, I hear like 2 or 3 DJs doing the exact same shit. And it's just like, I don't know, man. It's different in the DJ community, I guess, but I can understand in the comedic community, it's a unique thing, because we as DJs, I feel like we're already pre-mixing like other people's stuff, but with y'all's, it's like 100% original, like from the mud. You know what I mean? So I see how it's on site when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? DJs, we kind of call each other out, but with the comedians, I can kind of see that. So when it comes to the comedy game, you're Dallas through and through. Triple D in the building right here. So the comedy scene in Dallas, man, I see shows here and there. We have the Hyenas, and there's a couple of, I think there's like 3 of them that I've been to. But I see that it's kind of growing, because I'm looking at your page and you moving around, and I've never really seen a comedian just put on shows like this and just have like I said, in a hookah lounge, movie theater. It just proves that, man, if you want to have comedy, it's just like church. Just gather around and let's hear some jokes. So what do you think about the comedy scene in Dallas? Do you think it's growing, or what's your perspective on that?
So Kenny, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been at the comedy game, bro, for over 10 years. Like, I started doing comedy when I was 21.
Oh, wow.
I stopped when I was 24. I'm sorry, I stopped doing comedy when I was 26. So, yeah, and I took a 10-year. So the pandemic was the best thing that ever happened to me comedically when it comes to my comedy career, because I always knew that I would come back to comedy. But I just never had the opportunity. I never knew how I wanted to do it. So during the pandemic, during the quarantine phase, I said, man, let me just write, because I always wrote down, like I was saying earlier, write down those jokes, because you never know, you'll forget it, whatever case may be, you'll lose it for life. So I always used to write down jokes. I was like, man, let me put these jokes on a notepad and go on Facebook Live and go in my bathroom, put some strobe lights in the restroom, and just tell some jokes to people online. It was like 70, 85 people just watching me in my restroom, bro, tell jokes and just like kind of develop or whatever. And it was a great reception, man. It was a great vibe. People enjoyed it. And just earlier this year is when I started, like, getting outside doing stand-up comedy full time. So this is what I do full time, bro. You know what I mean? This is my life, bro. So this is it for me.
That's what's up.
So that's why, that's why I feel like I have to go so much harder than everybody else. And I do feel like the comedy scene in Dallas is positive. I think there's an immense amount of talent here in Dallas, man, and that's why it's to your point, like this is going to be one of the comedy meccas, man, because there's so much talent here, and it's only a matter of time, seriously. And you know what I'm saying? So there's definitely a brotherhood here. People are always receptive and open to working with you and things like that.
Yeah,
and that's what it's about for me.
I gotta tap in more with y'all with the comedy scene because. And this is why I like the 1's and 2's is because like I'm a DJ, you're a comedian, but we are both in the same industry. Y'all MC for us, we play the music for y'all. It's like we all work together. So yeah, I definitely need to tap in more with the comedians here in Dallas because like you said, there's so much talent, and I feel like maybe I'm not seeing as much of it. So I'm definitely gonna do my due diligence and tap in, and y'all should too if you guys are watching, man. Like I said, it's coming. We're about to take over. So you know, when it comes to comedy, man. Nowadays, bro, I feel that comedy, of course, things shift, music changes, fashion changes, but I feel like the media of comedy has totally changed now. Of course, back in the day, I grew up on Red Fox, Bill Cosby. Well, we ain't gonna say his name out here, but y'all know what I mean. I grew up on the old school stuff, you know what I mean? And nowadays I see these newer comedians, Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, and I'm seeing like newer comedians. It's like everything's short, quick. 30-second, 1 minute clips, and it's almost like these are the new comedians now, I guess. And I'm just like, I see a total like 180 to like the type of comedy I saw growing up. So, what do you think about these newer comedian cats? Because it seems like everybody's like a social media, Instagram, Snapchat comedian. I don't really see too many rising stars who are true stand-up who can do like a 30-minute set, jokes back to back to back. So, what do you think about that?
Yeah. One, if you have the capital to do it, you need to get you some writers, some good writers, right? They can write you some jokes. But me personally, I'm on TikTok and I was on Snap, but that's not how I want to. I want people to come out and see me. I want people to be mad because they missed my show. You know what I mean? And I want people to tell people like, yo, yeah, I mean that little clip is funny, but. And that's why I be thinking to myself when I be seeing these people on TikTok, like, yeah, that's funny, bro, but can you translate that to a stage? You know what I mean? Because that's totally, completely different. You get one take on stage. You know what I'm saying? You can't go back in and edit and reshoot and all these different type of things. So there are comedians out here, specifically in Dallas, that has found a way to not only utilize and maximize the platforms of creating, comedic content. Like with TikTok and Instagram and things like that, but they can also translate it to the stage. You know what I mean? So shout out to like people like Just Jeff. He's really good at being able to create a TikTok video and get on stage, and his stage shows has nothing to do with his TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a good writer. He can write. You know the same thing with Calamar White. He's from Florida, but he lives here now. You know what I'm saying? He's always doing a whole lot of shows. He's actually he was at the Trap In last week. Came through. He does his his TikTok videos, whatever the case may be. He's very, very popular on TikTok, but he gets on stage and again, it has nothing to do with his, you wouldn't even think he was on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because he can write as well. So there are comedians out here that can differentiate the two when it comes to performing versus creating content. Me personally, I can do it. I just feel like it just takes too much work. I can create. I came up with before TikTok, and my homie told me, like, bro, you was like 8 years before your time because everything that they doing now, I was doing like at 17, 18 years old, like creating those little clip videos and things like that. And in doing so, I did like like 3 different DVDs. Remember, like
Yeah, y'all
DVD,
remember the
like I
VHSs
don't know,
back
it's
in the
probably
day,
kids.
y'all?
DVDs is the disc that goes on the. But yeah, so I came out with 3 different comedy DVDs, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that it was a mixture of different skits and stand-up comedy. You know what I'm saying? So I put that
Yeah,
package that together, did 3 of those. But so I could do the TikToks, but it just takes too much time for me. I ain't got the
yeah,
patience. So I'ma just that's why I have so many clips of my stand-up on my
yeah,
Instagram, because it's the supplement for the fact that I know I need to be visual. I know people need to
exactly.
see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
why I do that.
like you're very tangible, man. I feel like that's true comedy to me because I got nieces and nephews that get on TikTok and they can make a video that gets like 200,000 views and they're not comedians, but it's funny. It's got me laughing. But I'm like,
Exactly.
get booked by Switch
Exactly.
Alert and see if you can open up this crowd and get them laughing. I guarantee you can. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So you've done a lot of shows, man. You've put in a lot of work, bro. A
Right.
lot of grinding, man. And again, I'm very proud of you. It's the 1's and 2's. Make sure
Yeah.
to follow my boy Switch Alert, aka Josh Straight. No, I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the real deal in the building right here, the comedian, the man himself. 1's and 2's. So tell us, man, this is a question I ask everybody when they get on here, man. Well, 2 questions. So what has been what you would consider the highest moment in your career where you were just like, man, this is I'm doing my comedy and I'm right here, or this just happened because of my craft?
Yeah.
What would you say would be that highest moment?
Bro, when I started back doing comedy in January on stage, I had the idea to have a comedy show at a movie theater because movies are still, you know what I'm saying, non-existent at this point. So it was seriously that simple. I'm like, hey man, I think it'd be dope to have a comedy show at a movie theater. So, you know what I'm saying? I did a comedy show at a movie theater, sold that bitch out. And it was all local comedians that I booked for the show. You know what I mean? I had 2 musical acts, 4 comedians. Shout out to Trey Mack. He was my headliner. Dominic Thomas, man, Calamar White, and Just Jeff, Ratty Beauregard, and Trendsetter was my performing artist, man. But that was that, and it's actually on my last clip. So if you guys want to go follow me, the last clip, the last post on my Instagram, you can see a little bit of that show. But yeah, that had to be easily. And I'm open up for a few different big names or whatever. But Curry, things like that. But that holding that show, bro, at a movie theater, like I got camera crews and we doing interviews in the lobby, bro. It was crazy. So that for me was like, man, I could really, really like make some noise in this city with these type of events.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going all the way up.
Definitely keep the grind going, man, because I see bigger and bigger things. You're doing big already, but it's like I just see it going exponential from here because I don't see your grind slowing up anytime soon, man. But
No, not at all.
the grind's not gonna slow up completely, but we all know as entrepreneurs, sometimes things kind of do slow up. Sometimes we get a little pushback. There's some downtime that we don't necessarily want, and sometimes it makes us want to. We have some low moments in our career. So what would you say would be like a low moment that happened in your career, and how did you overcome it? Because you're still doing the comedy thing today. So what would you say would be that?
I think a low moment for me, bro, honestly, was when I first started doing comedy, and comedy didn't, it didn't come to fruition like I thought it would. You know what I mean? It didn't do what I thought it was going to do. So look at it this way. I'm being told all my life, you're funny. You're going to be a comedian. My teacher's telling me, whatever case may be, you're going to be a comedian or whatever. And not understanding that just because they say that doesn't mean if I start doing comedy, I'm going to just blow the fuck up. You know what I mean? So, and I was still like really young-minded when it came to like, man, you know what? This comedy shit, man, this shit trash. Bro, I'm finna quit. So I just stopped doing comedy. So that making that decision, bro, was the worst thing that probably the worst decision I've ever made in my life, honestly. Because I don't even know where I could be right now had I not took a 10 fucking year break from stand-up comedy. You know what I'm saying? So I kick myself, but I also understand that, you know what I'm saying, I guess it's just one of my
Mm-hmm.
time at the time, right? So, but now either I'm gonna do stand-up comedy, bro, or I'm gonna die, because there's no in
Yeah,
between for me. You know what I mean? This is it. Like I'm not letting myself down like that again. You know
much
what I mean?
respect.
So that making that decision, making that decision was definitely a low point for me professionally when it
Mm.
comes to comedy.
And you overcame it because your mind is set and you're not giving up. And I definitely respect that. And what we
Yeah,
gotta understand is like, look, we all got one life to live, bro. And I'm just saying, you gotta plan out for what you
right,
want and just make it happen. Take that risk and just
right,
do
right,
it because,
exactly.
bro, you can work a job, get that 401k, awesome. But you be like 7 years old, back all fucked up, can't go skydiving now. You gonna go bowling, but you gonna need to pop a few pills and get on that little use that little
Right,
dinosaur thing to help the ball. You're not gonna have no full swing. No, baby. You should have did that when you
exactly.
were. So that's why I'm like, I'm a strong advocate for that, man. Do it right now. Like if people want a DJ,
Yeah,
bro, hit me up, book a session, man. I'll get you on the decks. Like just do it. You never know. You could be the next big thing. You never know, bro. I never know I would DJ. I started off
yeah.
as a music producer. I used to hate DJs because those DJs I heard growing up, they
Really?
would always suck and they will always play the same shit. So I was like, I was putting on shows. I was the mixing guy for the sound guy for like concert venues,
Okay.
and they would always suck. They never knew how to work the sound. I'm like, we have to always go through, hook their stuff up, and the next thing you know, I'm a DJ, and it's like, well, fuck, shit, but but yeah, it's crazy, man. So like I said, man, I'm very proud of you, man. So we gonna get into
Man, I appreciate
yeah,
you too,
appreciate it.
bro.
We're gonna get to this next segment, the 1's and 2's segment against your boy DJ Ken. I got my boy Josh Drake in the building, aka Switch Alert. I tried, y'all. Make sure y'all follow us, man. YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts. We're gonna be on all those, man. And my boy, if you want to know everything about him, I got everything in the description below. Share, follow. Attend. All his events coming up, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's gonna blow your mind, bro. Check it out. 1's and 2's. I'm gonna
right
say
there.
two different things, man. You just tell me the first thing that comes to mind, all right? All right.
All right.
So we probably already answered this one, but stand-up comedians versus internet memes.
Stand-up comedians.
Stand-up comedians versus internet memes. What's your thought?
Stand-up
All
comedians.
right. I agree with that. I
Yeah.
feel like the
Oh
memes are
yeah,
just
absolutely.
short satisfaction. And honestly, I think the memes come from the stand-up comedians. But you know what I
Exactly.
mean? But it's funny,
Exactly.
like in this generation, man, I feel like people are so hooked on to those memes. I even low key, bro. Even some of the newer comedians I see, I feel like they get their jokes from a lot of the memes they be seeing and shit, and they be try to tie it into their own shit. You know what I mean?
Develop them.
So
Yeah. Exactly.
now
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure I already know the answer. I see what you're sipping. I was gonna say white or brown. Obviously, he got the brown. What you sipping on, man? What you
Oh yeah.
got?
Right out of that.
You got Crown?
Man, it's just a little. No, this is some bourbon, man. This is no, this is I'm gonna have to go grab the bottle, bro. Look,
Yeah, man. You going and check that out?
I'm about to go grab the bottle. But
Yeah, I'm
it's
about to
good,
go
though.
buy me a bottle too. Okay, check this out. Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart?
Definitely Dave Chappelle. Now, had you said Cat
I was
Williams,
gonna say that. That was gonna be
yeah.
tough, but I know they're two
Look,
different.
but
Yeah.
it's yeah, definitely Dave,
Now,
definitely
why
Dave.
is that?
Straight up. It's not even
He
close,
said not even
but
close. Oh shit.
right,
Okay. Yeah.
straight
I'm
up.
gonna have to agree, but you know what? I'm kind of like that guy that just likes to understand the other side, and I gave Kevin Hart a try, bro. I love my boy, man. It's not for me. I love Kevin Hart, bro. I think he's good in movies.
Yeah,
Like when he's on the movies, like on the script and the cameras are on it, bro. I'm like, whoa. But when it comes to that stand up, it's like he's good. But man, Dave Chappelle, I think Dave Chappelle's good movies in both, like the Chappelle Show. Wow. Okay, here's
yeah,
one last
absolutely.
comparison, man. It's gonna be a big gap right here. So, Red Fox versus King Bach.
Uh, Who's King Bob?
He's an Instagram comedian. He's like one of the first ones that blew up on Vine. He does stand-up shows now. He's kind of like that dude that's like big fella. Okay, big fella. What's his name? Ha Ha Davis. Oh man. Okay, we already know the answer.
Oh no, that big nigga. Did you say Red Fox?
Yeah, Red Fox. I try to put old school with like the new school and just see like.
Oh, what's it? Bro, have you ever seen me cry for this? Look, you should look. The fact that you put that man's name in there with anything outside of Richard Pryor.
Oh man,
shame on you. Look,
my bad.
I can't even let
Rest
you do that. Look, run your questions by me next time.
Yeah, man.
He's like, nah, we gotta take this one out. Bro.
We might have to scratch that last one right there. Shit, it's gonna have me cancel. They still canceling people now? Yeah, they gonna cancel 1's and 2's on that one.
Straight up. Look, let me screen record this shit. This nigga here.
They gonna have me. You ain't gonna see me next week, but if y'all saw the other past episodes, you know what I'm saying, Nitty Gritty Podcast 1, 2, this might be the last episode, but make sure you follow my boy. Oh man. Hey man. It was so good having you, bro. It's such a blessing. For all y'all watching this recording, for you guys watching live, I do apologize. One thing I learned, make sure to charge your phone. I thought my phone was fucked up. It was dead. Charge your phone when you get done with your gigs. Okay? So, last question, man. What you got going on? What shows we got coming up that we can find you this week?
Yeah. Man, so tomorrow we're gonna be at the Talent Tap In, man, in Irving, at the Living Room Shisha Lounge, man. So shout out to Omar for letting us put that on, man. This is gonna be our 28th week in a row that we've done the show, man. Some great acts gonna be coming through. If you have an opportunity to come to the show tomorrow night, man, definitely come through. You absolutely would not be disappointed. I can promise you that. Trust me. This Thursday, we're gonna be at Snookies, man, in Oak Cliff, man. So shout out to Roddy Woods, Wayne Lilly, the owners of Snookies, Vincent Moore. So we're gonna be there rocking, man, on some comedy shit. That's like the new. Remember this name, Snookies. Snookies and Vincent Moore, because Snookies, it's good. Like, it's like it's been deemed like the new, like the Dallas Def Comedy Jam, yo. Like for real, if you come up in that bitch, and you ain't funny. You ain't gonna hear a peep out of it. You hear me? So they gonna let you know.
So Snookies.
So shout out to Snookies.
So if we say it 5 times, we get a free ticket, right? Like Candyman or something. How's that work?
Boy, you stupid as hell. I'm done with you.
Hey man, I rock with that, man. So this Saturday, so tomorrow and then Saturday. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So Well, no. Tomorrow and then Thursday we're at Snookies, and then on this Saturday night we're gonna be off Bethlehem John Boulevard, man, for a comedy show. Called the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Show. So y'all can see all that in my timeline and also in my stories on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Tickets are $10. Make sure you get there on time. It's gonna be a great show as well. I'm hosting that.
Like you said, Saturday night, $10, man. Y'all got plenty of time to save up for money if you ain't got the money, man. I'm telling y'all, man, $10, man. Go and get it, bro. Yeah. We're excited to have you, man. I'm gonna be at one of those shows this week. On God, and I'm buying my tickets in advance, and I can't wait to see you live again. Because, like you said. Every time I see you, it's crazy, bro. I just be like, bro, y'all missing out. If y'all didn't show up, this is crazy. For just $15, I feel like I just got a Cat Williams ticket or something like that, man. It's crazy. It's a lot going on for you, man, and I'm very proud of you, bro. You doing your thing, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you this week, man. I can't wait. Y'all, it's my boy. Switch Alert. Appreciate you, man. On the 1's and 2's. Have a good one, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, baby. Let me know. Let me know what you need. I got you.